Na, o kadangi šiandien pas mus studijoje ir krepšinio klubo Lietkabelis krepšininkas nuo Dahlman, tai norisi jo paklausti, kaip ten yra su ta sėkme, galbūt būtent jos vakar pritrūko, kad pasipriešintumėt Vilniaus Lietuvos Rytui.
I'm a firm believer of, the basketball gods per se. You get what you put into, your preparation, and I don't believe there's a lot of luck involved in basketball. You get what you get. That's mainly involved in preparation and adjustments made throughout the game. In the first half, I thought we were well prepared. We did what was asked of us, but in the second half, we missed on a lot of things, and they made the adjustments, and they got the desired result.
Tik atėjęs į studiją sakė, jog anksti keltis. Tai kada keliasi krepšininkai?
I can't speak for the other players, but obviously, I'm a morning person. I wake up at the crack of dawn, sometimes 6, 7, just because, when it's light outside, I woke up. The reason for that is, my father was a teacher, and I always went to school with him when I was younger. And I've kind of developed that routine to when, whenever I hear a sound or, I grew up in a household of 8 people in our house. Whenever there was a sound, it wasn't quiet a lot, I'd wake up. So I'm a morning person.
Na, šiandien atėjai ganėtinai užsimiegojęs, sakei, sunku, sudėtinga taip anksti kalbėti. Tai gal vakar po rungtynių ilgai teko moralų klausyti trenerio?
Losses take effect, but I'm a little bit under the weather right now. You can probably hear it in my voice. I've been battling a cold, and the sleep hasn't been, welcomed by my body so far. So it's been a couple of tough nights for me, but I'm taking medication and trying to get the rest when possible. So you'll have to excuse my appearance and my voice right now because I'm a little bit under the weather.
Na, būtent apie šaltį ir mūsų šalį klausė Lukas Balčiūnų iš socialinio tinklapio klausimas, kokį įspūdį tau palieka mūsų šalis?
My impression is a nice one. I've had experiences before with Lithuanian teammates. I played with a Lithuanian guy in college for 4 years, so I've heard stories, and then I've had professional teammates as well tell me about the country. And, probably because of their national pride, they always hyped up the country as the greatest country on earth. So, I had high expectations when coming to this country, but I noticed right away how clean everything was, how orderly everything was. I have no complaints about the country other than the weather. The people are friendly, the food is good. It's a nice country, but other than the weather, it's fine.
Tavo senelis yra išrinktas į NBA šlovės muziejų. Kokį vaidmenį tavo gyvenime jis atlieka? Kaip įtakoja tavo kaip sportininko karjerą?
He was a big influence in my life from the beginning up until now. He's still alive at 98 years old, and I count my blessings for that. But ever since I was younger, he had an influence on my basketball life and career. Obviously as a young kid you look up to someone like that and with such experience, such knowledge of the game. And, from the little things he taught me about rebounding, fighting, the knowledge of the game, up until, just life things, how to become a better man and better person, because there's not a single person on this planet that I respect more than him or look up to more than him. What he's done with his life, how he's raised his family, what he stands for, and, just how people look at him. It's incredible what he's done, and he's my hero, he's my role model, he's everything to me. So I'm still lucky to have him on this earth, and I count my blessings every single day for that.
Kas svarbiausias fanas tau tuomet?
Most important fan. I would probably say my family in general. It's been interesting when I left 4 years ago to play professionally over in Europe. I left them at a time where most of them were still in high school. And each time I come back into the United States, it's hard and different for me because, a year has passed and they've grown up and they've done so many different things with their lives. For instance, my brother's getting married this next summer, and he's grown up before my eyes because when I left him, he was just a a 19-year-old starting college, and now he's, you know, a grown man. He's going to start a family and everything. So, you know, them as a unit are my biggest fans, because, you know, when I have a hard day or a rough day over here, you know, they're a phone call away, a Skype message away, you know, for supporting me and reaching out to me. And, I mean, they're always following my progress and wanting to know how I do. You know, my girlfriend will probably be disappointed that I said that, but at the same time, you know, family is everything to me. So them as a unit is probably my biggest fan.
Pats esi iš Minnesotos, vis tik tai ar ta valstija ir Lietuva turi kažką bendro, ar gali palyginti?
I mean, obviously there are a lot of comparisons you look at just because of the weather and, you know, geography-wise, it's pretty similar demographically. You know, you have the 4 seasons, so I'm told here. I've only experienced the fall and the winter so far, but a lot of things come with that, you know, as far as the daily life, you know, the cold weather, the clothes that you wear to keep warm, what you eat is very similar, as far as the meat, potatoes, obviously the soup. So a lot of things are similar in that aspect. Obviously what's different is, you know, how the Americans live their life on a daily basis, and specifically Minnesota, when it's, you know, a lot of snow outside, when it's cold, you see a lot of trucks out on the road. Here I don't see a lot of trucks driving on the streets of Penavžys. So that's different, obviously. But, you know, I haven't been here for, you know, a month and a half, so I can't really compare the overall daily lifestyle. But as far as the weather and, you know, the people, they're pretty similar, very similar, more than you would think.
Tai ko tikiesi šio sezono Lietuvoje?
Obviously the result hasn't been desired per se thus far. We've dealt with a lot of things, coaching changes, you know, players being injured, and just not coming together as a team like everyone envisioned. But, you know, the year is long, and we hope to turn it around and get it going, and that starts obviously today with our match. So, I mean, you know, as much bad luck as we've had, you know, we make our own luck at the same time, and we're going to do the best to turn it around and start winning some games here. You know, I personally have never been a part of a losing season before, so for me it's difficult in general, personally, to take these losses each time and, you know, look at it like, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? When it comes down to it, like I said, you make your own luck, and, you know, you at the end of the day have to look yourself in the mirror and, you know, go home with it and try to make things better with your work. And that's what we're going to do, and hopefully turn it around here sooner than later.